All right, let's move on. Number 2 by Luis here is how do you set up the footprint chart on NQ? Use time, range, or what? It's so volatile. Good question. Let's pull up some charts and explore it together here. I'm not currently using a footprint chart, so let's build one and take a look and check it out. For what it's worth, I go back and forth in my own trading on relying heavily on a footprint chart, not using a footprint chart. So let's get a screen share going. Okay, you guys should be seeing like a 3-minute price action chart. I genuinely wish, Zoom, if you're listening to me, that the chat didn't disappear and then not show up when you click chat when you start a screen share. That would be great. Okay, I'm back in got my workstation, my webinar workstation here. All right, so let's do a footprint chart. It's called numbers bars in Sierra chart. We'll keep the time range highlight on, showing, pit session hours. So let's see what I've got here is like a standard. Oh, I'd probably been, well, let's actually see. I may have been playing around with something else. All right, so if we go to, let's make sure let's get multiple columns here. Background, type, full background, text, none. Oh, that's text coloring. Ooh, there we go. Volume. I want ask volume, bid by ask volume. So we'll have 2 numbers in there. Let's just turn off the coloring for now. That's often what I look at. In fact, one of the things I'll do is I'll come down here and say, show me non-zero bid asks at highs or lows, incomplete auctions as we call it. That's fine. Okay, so let's say, for example, we had a I mean, as you can see, a 3-minute here is usable. So going time-based is acceptable. Another thing you could do is actually go into your chart settings and you could lump together your tick size. So we could make this chart, let's say 3 ticks, tick size 0.75. So now take a look. It's grouping all that information. So as you can see, it really greatly affects the scale. So that might even be too much for this 3-minute view, right? So let's make it maybe 2 ticks. Oops, I forgot chart settings. F5. 0.5. Pretty nice, right? For the current volatility there. So that's one option. Let's say we like, let's look at a 500 volume chart or something, right? So it's shorter term, right? So we could probably get away with, let's take a look at man, did it again. Single tick size, 0.25. So 500 volume is definitely feasible. Always make your scale constant on a footprint chart. Manual mode, don't recenter on chart scroll. Now it's fully manual, and it's not gonna change. And I lied. Why is it changing? Why is it changing? Whoa, that should not change. It's manual mode. It should not recenter. It doesn't do any of that. When I scroll this, oh, it is. I'm just crazy. It's just Friday. All good. Okay. Sorry about that. So, I mean, any of these look pretty good, right? This is obviously very short term. We could go back to the open. Very short term. NQ leaves a lot of incomplete options behind compared to others. So let's say we go to a, 2000 volume. Let's get like a wider, view. You could get it to where the scale makes sense, kind of like this, where you can kind of see what's going on, right, over a decent history. And then you could say, okay, how do I get this within view? Well, you go back to that I told you before, and you change it to, let's make it 2 ticks. Pretty good. Legible. Might need to be expanded on the x-axis a little bit so we can see those nice little 3-figure numbers. Looks pretty good. Incomplete. Boy, it left a lot of incompletions up at this high, didn't it?